Hey, welcome back. It's another Age of Empires replay. This time it's me playing as the Abbasid versus my opponent Dalkin, who's playing as the French. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you've been having a good week. Age of Empires has been kind of taking a secondary seat in terms of video games with Elden Ring's release. There's a lot of runes out there, a lot of bosses that need to be killed. Having a great time playing the game. But I decided to get a good Age of Empires match in. I don't want to get too rusty. This is a game where you can really... your skills will drop off real quick if you haven't played in a while. Although, honestly, I'm not jumping in too quickly to play Age of Empires more because they just released a Relic, the maker of this game. They just released a preview of some of the new changes that are going to be coming out. And this spring update is looking to be, well, it's looking to be like a major one. Major reworks to the Holy Roman Empire's landmarks. Big changes to the Abbasid House of Wisdom. They're going to shuffle up these researches. So Grand Bazaar will be Tier 1, while Spice Roads goes to Tier 3. That'll be really cool. They're also going to be adjusting agriculture. They're going to be bringing the cost down. Really excited to see that. Because agriculture is such a good technology, but at 500 gold, it's very pricey. Should also be some changes to the Chinese. Looking forward to that. But yeah, just a lot of major updates coming along, and I'm excited for them to come through and to get playing. So that's partly why I'm kind of easing off of the Age of Empires. I want to see that new content come out. Lost a sheep to a villager there. My scout is harassing his gold mining. And I'm trying out my strategy where I go culture wing into professional scouts, and then if I can get an extra town center, so be it. I can usually afford the gold, or afford the food needed to produce villagers at full price. I mean, it's just 50 food. I know that fresh foodstuffs really brings the cost down, but I just really like this reduction in the cost of all technologies. And I'd like to see myself clicking this up right about now. I'm not sure why I haven't. I must be distracted. Okay, there we go. I'm checking out what he's got. Looks like the School of Cavalry, classic French opener here. On French Pass, it's kind of nice. There's really only two areas or two directions that your opponent's going to come from, either the top along here or the bottom along here. And seeing my opponent spawn, I'm guessing he'll be coming along the south end. In preparation for the Royal Knight aggression, I put down a barracks, and I'm starting to get some spearmen out. My opponent is scouting me. He's seen that I'm not going for stone, so he's got to be curious. This is not a typical Abbasid build. Typically, at this point in time, he would see a huge mass of villagers on stone. He'd see none on gold. But instead, he's seen me just continuing to gather gold and just kind of collecting a little bit of everything. He does see the two military production buildings, so I'm curious what his thoughts would be on what his scout picked up. I decided to get the mining camp because if he doesn't put on aggression with his Royal Knights, cool. I'll just gather up what I need to make a second town center. I've got my scouts kind of poking and prodding. I want to see where he's going to be sending his Royal Knight. I'm seeing lots of houses. I'm seeing a barracks that's putting out spearmen. Yep, I'm seeing the first spearmen come out. I'm happy to get this outpost near my gold because I really want to protect my gold mining here. Not so worried about the stone. If I need to, maybe I'll park some spearmen there. And now, hopefully, I'm getting my professional scouts upgrade. It got a little delayed because I wanted to get the hardened spearmen, but it felt necessary against the French. And here comes one of his Royal Knights. I totally missed this one, so he's probably going to look for an easy approach. He's trying to line up. I send my villagers into this outpost to start firing at him, but I'm definitely going to lose one of my villagers there. Fortunately, my 2 spearmen over here can shoo away the Royal Knight before this villager gets taken out. And that aggression's taken care of. Gathering my scouts up. I'm going to lose a lot of information about my opponent, which is unfortunate, but oh, I'd love to get that scout. Oh, damn. He's just going to heal back up. Scouts do heal, yeah, over time. So from what I saw, barracks, school of cavalry, probably a lot of spears and Royal Knights heading my way. So I'm kind of mixing in defenses, mixing in spearmen at different locations, but I see myself getting this stone here. It feels pretty good. The fact that he's only really sent 1 Royal Knight at me, I'm happy about this. I'll gather up my carcasses. My scouts aren't going to be harassed, and I'm going for this further hunt location. If they start to get harassed here by spearmen or knights, I'll just go to this closer one. So I might as well prioritize this hunt above the others. And now that I'm getting these deer carcasses home, once my villagers start processing these, and they usually start processing them like right as these berry bushes are running out, that's usually when I'm delivering my first few bits of deer meat. And it's so nice having the deer meat here because I can guard, I can keep spearmen in this like tight corridors. If archers come, which I really don't have much defense against, I can at least retreat into buildings. And then when my buildings are shooting arrows out, it's a good trade against archers. I'm sending a few horsemen out. I'm hoping I can run into Royal Knights or maybe lone archers or just a villager. I also really want to make sure that he's not walling off. So I'm just kind of scouting around. If I can find a villager, that'd be amazing. Worst case, I can just suicide them into his base, see what he's got. But for the meantime, we're mostly just running into wolves. And I gathered up enough stone, exactly 300, love that. And now we're just adding on our second town center. I feel like I got away with something here. It's very possible that my opponent went for a second town center as well. But I'm feeling good, and I'm going to have my horsemen fight his scouts. I saw them shooting down the deer carcasses, but I haven't seen them cart any of them away. Maybe he's thinking about going professional scouts? Hard to tell. Down here, I find a wall in. He's walling me in with a villager, and he's guarding the villager with 4 spearmen and a Royal Knight. There's not much I can do about it. Rather than immediately sending my forces, I just said, okay, that's fine. Let's at least preserve this top area. We'll keep this one open, focus on keeping this available to me as an exit strategy or an attack angle. Sending my horsemen in. Again, it's great scouting, even if he doesn't get any villager kills. Oh, I hope he gets that one. Oh, that'd be a great kill. Hey, way to go. But yeah, I'm seeing an archery range coming down. Good. Looks like I noticed what's happening here. So I definitely saw the archery range. I know he's got a mix of units coming my way. I decide with my cheap research, I'll throw down some blacksmiths. I'm going to wall this section off because it seemed like a pretty annoying area to be attacked from. I didn't really like this angle here. So I'm just going to secure my base that way. And with this second town center up, I'm basically just waiting to get to the next stage. Looks like my opponent's really heavy on gold. Not sure why he has so much. Might have been a slight imbalance. But I've noticed this against my opponents. A lot of times they don't macro as well, and they end up with a lot of imbalance in their resources. I mean, he could have aged up a long time ago. Instead, I feel like I'm balanced out. My economy's doing really well. I've got the income where I want it. I'm producing just enough military to be a threat. Like these 5 spears, They probably won't beat whatever he's got down here, but we can at least thin the numbers. If we find a Royal Knight, we can engage directly. Scouting through the center here. Unfortunately, this wolf is battling with some of our units. And I get enough to age up, so I'm just going to go the economic wing. The moment that upgrade finishes, I'll probably grab fresh foodstuffs. And yeah, there's the age up. Engaging with his forces down here. I'm going to try to target down the Royal Knight since we're doing bonus damage to it. Looks like I took out some, maybe a scout, some spearmen, but kind of a unfortunate trade here. He definitely won that battle out. But I am still scouting around. It's not like I don't have units out on the map, and that's all I'm really looking to do. Just stay on the map and have a presence. Otherwise, I'm going to get completely walled in. There'll be towers all along here. Maybe even he'll close this up, put a keep there, and I'll just have no way of getting out of my base. No access to all this gold in the center. That's what French Pass is all about. Looks like he's taking care of my spearmen over there. So yeah, sending out more spearmen, and my scouts have been ferrying these deer carcasses back and forth. You can see all my villagers working on them. We've taken care of this hunt. It's all gone. We're moving on to this one. I mean, each one of these deer is a solid 350 food. So if I can haul these back up, I mean, my villagers are going to be happy. The nice part about this is I've aged up and I haven't had to make the full transition over to farms. And I don't want to make that transition to farms until I've gotten agriculture. So I'm really happy to just keep on these deer. And if I run out of deer, I can at least move on to some nearby berry patches. So this is a really good option right here. I've made it to the castle age before my opponent. Again, I just think it's a resource imbalance on his end. Look at all of this gold. What is he spending it on? Thankfully, because I have my spearmen on the map, I'm able to see this sort of attack heading my way. And I'm going to stop my scout short, try to get some units out. I've added on more military production. We can now get man-at-arms out. We're going to mix in man-at-arms, a few crossbowmen, a knight or two. We want to go light on these castle age units. There's no need to overcommit to them. They're very expensive. And my spearmen have to retreat. This is a full wall off, and he's got archers, spearmen. I'm pretty much blocked over here. But I'm going to send them back that way, because I think in the future I'll be able to bust out. And I like how many units I have over here. Feeling good about this group. If we run into those spearmen and royal knights, these camel archers are the perfect response. It'll reduce the damage of the cavalry, thanks to the camel unease, and they deal bonus damage to light melee infantry, which is spearmen. So this is a really strong group. Looks like my opponent makes it to the castle age as well. But with this force, I can really make a statement on the map. In fact, I find his troops. I suspected they might be in this stealth forest. He's going to run with the Royal Knight, but man, is this force scary. We took down nearly everything without a single loss. I say, don't chase him. Instead, get walking into his base. Meanwhile, down here, I'm probably going to build a ram or a mangonel, something that'll force him to come into my territory. Yeah, looks like, okay, yeah, I'm building the mangonel. It's probably within vision of this outpost. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. But I'm sending, oh, okay, he's backing up a little bit. I'm going to send more troops this way. These man-at-arms are going to be helpful, and this mangonel is going to be strong. Whenever your opponent's just kind of walling you in or putting structures on your front line, it feels good as the Abbasid. Because, I mean, you can build these siege units instantly. Well, not instantly. You get the siege engineering upgrade instantly when you age up. So we can drop these mangonels down and get to work. Backside of his base, he's going to defend with Mostly ranged units and a Royal Knight. Probably a good response to what I have here, though this Knight and this Horseman are going to do great work. And I've sent some villagers forward to start claiming some of this gold up here. Seems like I've got a better presence here than down here. We're kind of trading down here. A lot of battles going on. Trying to engage on multiple fronts. I'm going to secure this area for sure, and I can kind of do a pincer attack. These units came from the top half of the map, and now we're just closing in on all of his units. That feels great. Meanwhile, up here, we're engaging with his units. The Royal Knight's not going to last long. Now we can get on top of the archers. That feels good. I could continually chase his archers. We'll get good kills there. But really, I want to find his villagers. So I'm going to send them up this way to try and get near this mill where he has no doubt put farms. So yeah, we're taking some archer fire there, but we're just going to be annoying by tucking away in his base. Maybe his units will forget about me. And heck, we'll burn down some farms. These are expensive. Oh, he's actually sending his villagers back in. He's actually sending them in to fight. That's 1 or 2 villager kills right there. Looks like he's going to clean up this force. Meanwhile, I'm losing units to a freshly made keep down here. It looks like he was mining stone, and all of my units, well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them died just in front of that keep. Don't want to commit with these units. Really need to pull these back. We don't want to be fighting under that keep. Oh, please tell me I see this. You all need to get back. No, 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 no. Please stop trading. Well, guess I just threw those units away. At least in the meantime, I'm capturing this sacred site because I've managed to get out a mosque. And I'm at least pushing up in upgrades. I got my 2 attack upgrades. That's good. Wow, trying to just save one last archer. Lost a lot there, but I am consolidating my gains. I've still got my mangonel back here with some infantry to protect it. And we're going to put down this wall to guard this area. Over here, I'm going to put down a keep. We grab the sacred site, grab this relic, and then we're going to send him home. At this point in the game, I've got to be thinking about how to consolidate my gains. I should start thinking about grabbing as many relics off the map as I can. Looks like, yeah, I'm even going for this far one. That'll be good if I can grab that. I should look for getting upgrades. We've both been in the Castle Age for a little while. Probably need some siege units as well. So religious, got to play some religious units and grab relics and sacred sites. And we need to get more siege units, maybe some spring alds to guard this mangonel. Nice, we grab the relic from up there. I can hear myself picking them up. I can hear the little noise of my my monks grabbing them. And if we look at income, I'm definitely ahead in all regards. That feels good. I would assume it's because of my non-stop double villager production, and I still haven't seen a second town center back here. I mean, it's very possible he's tucked it over here. A lot of this is old information. And the French produce units or villagers very quickly. Feeling good about this sacred site. It's given me a lot of gold and all these villagers working here. That's amazing. That's the second relic we've grabbed. If we can get one more, that'll put us above the half mark. That would definitely mean we're ahead of our opponent, and we're trying to sit on some of these other relics on the map. Still sending small forces around the map. I want to attack from both angles, and I know there's a keep here. That's another reason I'm sending these units out. I'm trying to sweep all of these areas here. Oh, there's only one deer here. He's definitely gone professional scouts. He's picked up some of the deer here and brought them back to his base. That's interesting. Trying to sneak around the southern edge here because I don't want his keep firing on my units. And that's when I engage with a large cluster of his forces. It's a lot of man-at-arms. I have a lot of man-at-arms, but really it's his archers and crossbowmen on the back that are dealing lots of damage. So I'm going to use my mangonel to shoot at them. He sends his knights to attack the Springald. He really should have gone for the mangonel. It's able to get 2 shots off, and now all of his archers and crossbowmen are incredibly injured. I mean, look at the slivers of health bars on them. Unless he patches them up, they're going to stay that way for the rest of the game. I need to back up, and fortunately, right as I engaged there, my imam was out on the front lines, and he grabbed the relic. So that felt good. If I can get him back inside these walls, that'll be great. That's another relic in my collection. So with that one, looks like that'll be my 4th relic. That's amazing. I should get all these relics in. Oh, I've got even more. Incredible. Looks like I've got all 5 in my possession. That'll give me so much gold income. All that passive gold income will feel really good. We're throwing down another mangonel. He keeps sending large clusters of infantry at me, so I really want to put a stop to it. I send some forces from the north through here, and I find his army. I make note of what I'm seeing. Lots of royal knights, lots of archers, and some springalds. I need mangonels and spearmen. I've got 10 spearmen here. I feel like this could be a good place to engage, and if I can get my mangonel to target his archers, looks like I'm going to do that right now. Hoping to land big mangonel shots here. Boom! That's like 5 archers in one hit. He's still got the crossbowman in the back. Need my mangonel to target back there. This is great. The camel archers are engaging as well. Oh, that's another great mangonel hit. The fact that it's sitting in the gate, yeah, it's blocking my units, but if he sent his knights forward to attack it, I could just retreat it back into the gate. Okay, can someone move this mangonel, please? Can someone please move this mangonel? It is in the way. Thank you. So I'm going to put down my keep. Going to try and hold this area. I had a really good battle there. This mangonel put in work. And if I can keep up the production of spearmen, that'll be great. Would like to see some springalds in the mix. More importantly, behind all of that, I've been able to age up. That's mostly because I've made my transition to farms. I got the agriculture bonus. We're harvesting berries. That's how we're getting just tons of food. I'm engaging up here up front, which is not good. I need this mangonel to be involved in the battle. It's going to take a shot at all of these units. I need it to be attacking these archers in the back. Hopefully I micro it. Yeah, okay. Having it target them, that's really good damage. Oh, but the springalds in the back target down my mangonel, and now his arbaletriers and his archers are doing great work against my units. Yeah, I'm taking down his very expensive royal knights, but once they go down, I can try to get on his archers, but they're just going to gun everything down, along with the springalds. Now it's less about the spearmen. I don't need as many spearmen. I can't guard this keep, even though it's so close to finishing. We were like 3/4 of the way done. I'm trying to go for another mangonel. This is a little greedy, though. I should really be building it behind the walls. Yeah, we're going to have to cancel this and retreat. Even if we... Okay, the springalds, just go ahead and destroy it. I'm trying to build buildings up here, but my villager's just going to get knocked, or just going to get killed, so I'm going to send her back. Fortunately, I get a siege workshop out here. I'm making a few springalds. Would really like to get some bombards. Looks like I just need the gold, but gold is really not an issue for me. Lost the sacred site. That's okay. He can't really take down this palisade gate quickly because these archers just don't do any damage to it. It's really just his veteran royal knight that's dealing damage. And as long as I have a few crossbowmen... Oh, now this is a dangerous battle here. I don't know if I should be engaging. At least I've got these springalds in the back, but really all my infantry are going to get taken out by these archers. That said, if he doesn't have any melee units, then he won't be able to do anything about the spring alts. Perfect. We're going to build another mangonel. Now he's got enough melee units to do something. At least the spring alts are getting shots in. And I'm rallying more units this way. If he breaks through, fine. I've got enough units rallied. I've got my mangonel. If my mangonel would just deploy, please. I think he saw the mangonel. He's backing off. Now he's bringing in the spring alts. He needs to target down the mangonel, but I'm responding quickly as well. I'm using my mangonels, or my spring alts to target his down, and my mangonel with 16 health survives. He needs to send someone out to kill it, or it's just going to keep doing that against his infantry. Oh, this is incredible. Oh, look at that. Those hits from the mangonel are so good. Looks like he finally targeted it down, but the damage is already done. Oof. Now I'm going to come forward, get this keep down, try to consolidate what we got here. Could use some more forces over this way, and I realized that I had rallied a few waves of troop production up here, so I'm going to send them around again. He's probably walled this off, but we're going to see what we can do. Even if there's a wall, we can put down a battering ram. Now I'm trying to build the keep here, but he actually has 2 keeps here already, so that's 3 for my opponent. I've got 1 over here, sure. But now I need to take out the buildings he has here, and unfortunately it looks like, oh, okay, looks like I grabbed those units, pulling them back. His keeps seem to just have the archer emplacements in them. He doesn't have any upgrades for it. If he has the cannon emplacement, he could start dealing damage to this keep. I am losing villagers to the arrows. I need to move them. Yeah, okay, move them to the far side and now work on the keep. There we go. And I do not want that imam heading in there. There we go, backing him off. And instead, we're going to use this bombard. This keep's going to provide great vision, and that'll allow the bombard to start picking off this keep. There's the vision. Now I'm going to give the order to my bombard, or should I say bombards, to start taking out these 2 keeps. Nice, we destroy a spring alt over there. That's great. And we're even getting some villager kills here. Bombards, as you can see, very effective at taking out keeps. Meanwhile, up top, I'm going to put down a battering ram and start working on this palisade gate. I'll use the rest of this infantry to build a mangonel. That'll be a very strong sort of mix of units that can take out what he's got. He didn't repair his keeps with these villagers. Maybe he was desperate for gold, although it looks like he's floating a lot. So I'm just going to keep working down the keeps with these bombards. And as usual, I've been in the Imperial Age for a good bit. I'm starting to turn my elite camel riders into very scary units. They're now at 320 health. They have an insane amount of armor. They're amazing versus cavalry. I mean, these things are just going to take out all of these villagers. They don't deal much damage, but they just live through the battles. As long as they soak up a lot of damage, then my archers, my crossbowmen, my other units can just deal an insane amount of damage. Now I've got some breathing room. We're going to burn down everything we find in the center area from here over to my half. And on the back side, we're going to put some aggression on. My knights are going to charge into the farmlands, finding lots of villagers here to kill. And now we've got the mangonel, we got the battering ram. I don't think he can defend much of this. On the front lines, I'm finding his army. My bombards are a little too far forward, but here we're going to engage. hell of a battle. This is like a final hurrah from my opponent. He's mostly got man-at-arms. You can see the elite camel riders. They're in the front. They're dealing so much damage, and they're reducing the damage of all those royal knights. You can see we're starting to clean up. Yeah, the spring alts are working, but my infantry is just too healthy. My opponent calls GG. It was a great match. Really enjoyed it. Hope you can see me next time for the next replay. Like I said, they might be a little slower than usual, but this game was a lot of fun. So maybe we'll get a few more games in. Anyway, catch you next time.